Okay, Jefferson. Yeah, we are live on YouTube now, guys. So, Jefferson, can you start with your presentation, please?
Okay, good morning, guys. I'm Jefferson. I live here in Goiânia, Goiás, the most beautiful city of Brazil because I live here. I'm economist, professor of Catholic University of Goiás, and it's a pleasure to be here this morning talking about feelings and friends.
Yeah, it's really good for me too. It's not my topic, like I don't choose that topic, but it's really interesting when we talk about the talk, for example, because we are here every single day. Yeah, we have a good conversation,
Uh,
and it's like it's a good moment for express my feelings or
Excuse me.
my gratitude. Sorry, Ricardo, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I was alone in another room. So in this case, I come back to the main room.
No, you are correct, Ricardo.
Okay,
I'm wrong when I split the room, okay?
no
But
problem.
we are
Sorry.
here with us.
Yeah.
So, by the way, we are live on YouTube, okay? And I was talking about the express feelings about friendly. And when Jefferson said it's an interesting topic, but I consider all the talkers here in Talk my friends because I have a good conversations here with all, yeah. So maybe it's the moment to express my gratitude because we are here to learn together. Yeah. So, and about me, guys, I'm Belle. I think I don't have any conversation with Diane and Jean yet, but I'm from Fortaleza, but nowadays I live in Salvador. I'm here in Talk since the last year. And yeah, I live with my mother, with my sister. I have two dogs. I'm a morning person, but today it's so hard to wake up. I think it's because it's Monday. And yeah, I work like a traffic controller, and that's it. I think it's that. And about you, Diane, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Daiane. I'm 34 years old. I'm PMO of the supply chain. I don't have pets, but I love. In my free time, normally I like to read the books or see watch series. And I'm here because I need to improve my English, my conversation, my uh, expression about my thoughts, and that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Welcome. So, and about you, Jean, please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Jean. I live in Ribeirão Preto. It's a countryside of São Paulo. I work at a startup, legal tech, as a product designer. I live here with my wife and our little dog. It's a yellow one. I don't know. It's a dachshund. In Portuguese, you say salsicha. Um, and that's it. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you, Jean. And let's go. And Ricardo, please introduce yourself. Talk us about your cats, yeah? Pudim. And I don't forget, I don't remember the other name.
Pudim Quindim.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I'm Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, the favorite city of Jefferson, and it's the first city of Brazil, São Vicente. Uh, well, I'm working on a telecommunications company, but nowadays everyone tell IT, huh? And well, uh, I'm married. I have a daughter. As Belle told, I have two little friends. My cats, Quindim and Pudim. Actually, my daughter and my wife uh, love much more than me. But yeah, I appreciate these little friends. Sometimes it's good because let our life better, I believe.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I totally agree with you, Ricardo. So let me see. Jefferson loves Santos now. You changed Jefferson?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Santos have some problems the last week, but I support São Paulo, so in this case, it's not exactly a problem for me.
So I think that's the way Jefferson have to express your feeling about your friendly relationship. Yeah. So let's start with the first question. And for you, Jefferson.
Belle,
Sorry, go ahead.
can you send again the questions here,
Questions,
please?
Of course. Let me put here. Just a moment. Are you using a mobile phone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's happened sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me put again. Let's go with the first question. Jefferson, about you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead, please.
How do you usually express your feelings to a friend?
I think that the best way to express this way with a text message about games, for example. I love to
Oh, do you
just
use
not
the
to play, but to watch and to watch soccer. Yeah,
talk about soccer?
yeah. I think this
Okay.
is it's a good way to express my feeling. Text message. I love to text message. I do this, I think, 3 times a day because I have through WhatsApp group and I express
Ah,
my feeling, my sentiment, what I think about this and that. And I love to message. I don't like I don't know the name of this mimiaya. I don't know the expression that they use it, but I prefer this way. And the other way to express my feeling, I think it's face-to-face conversation. I love to see the guy face to face. I looked at the eye of the guy and express my feeling open and honest. Sometimes not so easy to express our feeling, but what can you do? I think the best way you must to share your emotions to share what you are feeling. I think is the best way. That's
yeah,
it.
perfect. It's so important to have a quality time, yeah, with another persons or your friends. So perfect, Jefferson. Thank you. And yeah, and about you? How do you usually express your feelings for your friends?
Okay, this is not this is not a easy one. Sometimes I had trouble to express my feeling. I'm this kind of people who stay with the feelings for some time. Maybe it's not good for me. It's not healthy. But I think, like Jefferson said, it's difficult, but I think there is no other way than sit together in front of the other people, look in the eye, and tell the truth, and that's it. I don't know. It's very hard. It's not easy, but I think that's the simple way and the main way to do this.
Yeah, of course. Nowadays it's so hard to have time with your friends, yeah. Normally we have a lot of friends split in all the country or the world. So it's so hard to have a quality time with your friends. Yeah, of course. So and about you, Diane? How do you say about that?
Yeah, I agree with us. I don't have more time, but when I need time with my friends, normally I like to dedicate the time to listening about your problems or life, your, I don't know, your work. And I have difficult when I need to show my feelings about my friends, but I work in my normally the hear more, listening more the other people's, and I like to do the, I don't know in English, but terapia. I don't know, yeah,
Ther-
with my friend.
Therapy.
Yeah, therapy with my friends, and that's it.
Yeah, of course. So maybe we have a good conversation, a deeply conversation with a friend, trustful friend. Maybe it's not necessary a lot of therapy sessions, or yeah, like professional in the professional way. Yeah. So, but it's, yeah, I try have a conversation too. But normally it's so hard because the persons don't have time to have a good conversation or a deeply conversation. Yeah. So, and about you, Ricardo, what do you think? What your way to express
Hmm.
your feeling?
Yeah. Well, I consider myself a lucky guy because I have a lot of very good friends. But sometimes I don't have problems to release my feelings and express myself for a friend. But well, sometimes it's hard because it's sometimes there are some things that is hard to myself understand, even another people. So in this case, I I have a very good uh, tip is use the service is called CVV is wonderful. There is a I put the number on the CVV on the chat and it's possible to call make a call and well it's sigilous and the work 24 hours a day. So in this case, it's a really good option. But normally, I have I use some friends and the family to release my feelings sometimes. I believe that is a wonderful opportunity because let your life more balanced, I believe.
Yeah, perfect. You are you can consider a lucky man because yeah, you have a friend and you have an opportunity to talk with your friends. It's a so in that case, do you think you don't have any difficult to share something personal with your friends? Answer the second question for you. You you don't have a problem about that. You don't have problem. Yeah,
No, I said
yeah,
no. I don't have problems to I don't face problems to express myself for my friends and family. Not everyone. I respect some situation nowadays. The people use to share your feeling or any kind of events on social media. I respect. I didn't. I don't understand, but I respect. And it's common nowadays. The people any kind of event. I don't know if you a person go to the bathroom. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The people share on the internet on
yeah,
social media. For me, it's weird, but I respect. And I never uh, argue with someone or crit critic for another person because of that. But for me, I prefer share this kind of information with really good friends, close friends, and family.
Yeah, of course.
I could, for example, talk with about myself for any person. I'm not shy for a specific thing, but I believe that's not it's my problem. So in this case, I prefer talk with a person that I trust. That's it.
Yeah, of course. I totally understand you. So, and about you, Jean? Have you ever difficult to share something personal with a friend?
Always. Always. Um, so it's not easy for me to share anything and express myself with a friend. It's a hard one too, because I think all the time, or sometimes I'm overthinking this in this case, because there's no need to share everything or share all my problems or share all my struggles, my feelings. I think there's a mm, linear, middle thing. I don't know how to explain that. I think there's something in your life that you need to hold to yourself, see through, and learn how to process this emotion or feelings for yourself, to yourself. And that said, I always had difficult to share something about me or my feelings. Maybe in the future, I build some better version of myself and break this wall. But now, today, this is it's not easy for me.
Yeah, it's step by step. Yeah, I think that's the way. So thank you, Jean. And about you, Jefferson, have you ever um, difficult or some barriers to share your something personal about you with your friends or not?
I think it's very common in your workplace when you assume the position of director. I remember I assumed 3 or 4 times. I remember one time as director of the department that I have difficult with one of my best friend, my colleague, my old friend, more it's a difficult situation. And he had problem with the students, a lot of claims about him. And I had to change him from 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 some place to another place with the with the matter with the discipline with the so I remember terrible this and how I tackle how I overcome with this. I think the best way was to start with smaller disclosures. In this case, I talk about the universe. You must do this, you must do that, you must take care. You did this and that is not so good for us. The students are claiming about this and that. And then I move to more personal matters to make it easier. I think it's a good strategy. And now I have no problem with him. I think he continued to be my best friend. But I overcome it. I think this is the strategy. Disclosure. Sometimes you need to start with disclosure because when you are boss, unfortunately, you must to put this on the table.
Yeah, of course. It's very interesting when you talk about that because we need to talk about the friendly relationship. Yeah, that when you trust in another person, it's really important that. So let's continue with you, Diane. And about you, do you have some experience or some difficulty to express share something personal with a friend?
I have few friends and I can usually talking a lot about my problems and they feel more confident talking and listening to direction. But in my life, I have uh, not many, but some friends in the piece of area with my life, in my work. Marie can help me to analyze the situation, help me about the problem. And I have some friends that help me in parts of my life, and need to make decisions, need to analyze the situation. And I don't have problem to share my problems with the specific friends. And that's it about in my situation. I have the good friends that it's my foundation, my life, to help to make decisions in more situations.
Yeah, of course. So I totally agree with you. And I think that's answer a little bit about the other question, the question number 3. For you, Diane, what does emotional expression means to you in a friendship? What do you think? Do you think it's important?
Yes, more important because I don't imagine you need to have the friends in your life because you learn about other experience. You can share your experience and analyze the situation and bring the to-dos in your life. I don't know, but I don't imagine the life without friends, only alone, because I don't know. In my work, I I have the position of the leadership, and I don't friend with my employers, but I normally I like um, to give the special environment. I give the feedback with my employers. I talking about your lives and work, and it's necessary uh, to I don't know in English, but um, connection the other peoples. It's more important in my vision.
Yeah, of course, I totally agree with you. It's like it's a good opportunity to building a good relationship when you express your feelings, yeah, or have an emotional expression. So, and about you, Jefferson, do you think it's important or do you don't have any kind of expression with your friends? What do you think about that? Emotional expressions. What do you think that emotional expressions means in your friendship?
Well, that's a very good question. In my case, I love to be genuine and transparent about my feelings about another person. That's for me, it's very important because I can create a space, I can create something special. I feel more comfortable when I share that I'm feeling good. I love to share when I used to say sorrow, and I use a lot this expression, sorrow for this, sorrow for that. And sometimes I express my fears about something, especially with my colleagues at the university. I'm fear about this, I'm fear about that, sometimes not so good, sometimes it's okay. And to think to fear of judgment. I think that's the point. Today, if you really express something you're feeling, depend of the other person, the level of knowledge, I think it's not so good because you can not feel good about this. Judgment today is terrible because unfortunately the society today you are A or B. We live in a binary society and I don't like this. I don't like. I'm so different from this. I think you must to think the other way, to think the other way. It's not binary A or B.
Perfect. Thank you, Jefferson. Yeah, I learned a lot with you. Yeah, because yeah, there are a lot of experience in your answer. So I really like that. Listen, you. So thank you, Jefferson. And about you, Ricardo, what do you think emotional expressions mean in a friendship?
Uh, I don't know. I believe that is uh, talk about problems normally. I don't know, but it's uh, the people don't use to share happy moments. Yeah, of course, it occurs too. Sometimes, oh, I would like to talk with you because I'm very happy. Yeah, it's happened, but normally it's about another side, about problems, and the people normally don't want to receive a tips or some rule. It's about just release your feelings. Sometimes the people can't think about it because it's so uh, stressful because the problem is not possible. Sometimes the problem is not possible to solve. It's just about lead better if this problem. Sometimes it's lost or any other problem. The people don't want to uh, have strength to solve or move. Uh, but sometimes when you talk about is a little better because you release this kind of feeling and feel well or better, not well, but better.
Yeah,
So that's it.
yeah. Sometimes it's just listen other person. Yeah, or yeah. I think it's important. And that's involve another question that I will start with you. But let's just listen, Jean, about that question. What do you think, Jean? What do you think about emotional expression in a friendship?
Well, I think, I believe it's the main way or path to build trust is to express yourself. Principle, I don't know how this words for your friends in a friendship. I think this builds the trust, but we need to talk about, we need to verbalize, because sometimes you see or feel that there is something strange in the air, but we don't have a crystal ball. We need to verbalize, we need to put outside of ourselves. And I and there's another case in when you live with your friends for so long that you learn how to read feelings of the people instead. he or she said something. But I think the emotional express myself in a friendship, it's a way to build trust.
Perfect. Yeah. When you start to talk, you bring me in my mind something like it's about the five love language. Yeah, because each person have a one way to express your feelings. Sometimes it's not necessary to you verbalize to another person, but the other guys know you about you, and yeah, he loved me or he consider me a friend, a best friend because we have a good times together, we have a good conversation, we are together in the best moment in our life. So sometimes it's not for me, yeah, it's just my opinion, but I think that's happened normally in relationship with a man, for example. It's not necessary, hey, I love you, guy, but he know it's we can count with another or with your friendly relationship. Yeah. So yeah, it's I think it's really important to share that kind of express your emotion, but sometimes for example for me it's not necessary verbalize. Yeah, but it's yeah what the secret or the key in that conversation it's about the friend, because how many persons do you consider your friend in your life? Yeah, nowadays we have a social media, for example, and oh, a lot of people are your friends or follow you. Yeah. So, but how many people do you visit or you receive in your home, for example, or you have a trustly relationship? Yeah. So, or you can account in a bad situation. So, for me, it's so hard because I don't have a lot of friends. Yeah, and I just have a colleague from co-work, and nowadays I just consider my family. It's so sad, but for me it's work because yeah, I don't live in Fortaleza, for example. When I need to move for Salvador, I just have a friends from work, and it's so hard to split that kind of relationship. Yeah, but I consider my family and I can share my problems, and yeah, it's my way, it's my situation. So but let's continue. It's about that, yeah, for you. And the question number 5: how do you react when your friend shares something emotionally meaningful with you or some problem, for example? What do you try to do?
That's a hard one too. Well, first of all, I think that it's super important to listen more and talking less, because it's their problem, their situation, not yours, and you are in a position to help them, not to judge or something like that. I think that the main path here is to stay open and listen more and talk less. But in case of react, I don't know.
Depend of the situation, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it depends. It depends how deep is the problem that you are listening to. Sometimes I can give some advice, or sometimes I just listen. But I think the question is that here it depends how deep is the problem, how much time do you have, how much or how long is the friendship for you. I don't know, help the other people, but react. Sometimes I I don't know. Sometimes I freeze. Depends on the situation. because I'm not happy. It doesn't it happen, but I think it depends. Uh, there is no easy answer to this question.
Yeah, I understand you. So let's go with Jefferson. Do you have some experience like that, like a boss or a leadership? Do you have some kind of situation that someone share a personal thing or start to talk about emotionally mindfulness with you? What do you have some situation like that?
In my world life, dozens, thousands of examples,
Tell us about that,
thousands
please.
examples.
What your
But I agree with Gia. I think you must to respond the question with empathy. It's Jean told something very interesting. It's very important. You listen the other side. You listen the other side to see the fears, to see the problems, and try to offer, if you can, offer support. I think it's very important. And sometimes I think it's very important you validate it. You validate you validate your feelings about if you feel is appropriated. You must take care. Sometimes not appropriated to validate your feeling. But in my case, I love to share. I'm an old guy now. Look my hair. I love to share my experience to another guy. Why don't try to do this and that? If he can listen to me, it's okay. He can listen, no problem. What can I
yeah,
do? Huh?
it's just a suggestion, but maybe there are a lot of wisdom, yeah, because you
Yeah.
have a lot of experience. So
I have thousands of advice. If you can follow my advice, it's okay. It's so good for me. If you can, no problem. The life goes on.
yeah, okay. Thank you, Jefferson. And about you, Ricardo, I remember you answer a little about that, but do you have other information to add
Mhm.
in that question?
Well, I don't know what happened, but it's so common in my life. The people used to search me to tell about their feelings. I became, I always became very surprised what these things happen, but it's common. The people, well, I work on an entity, but the most part of the people, they don't know about it. So since I was a child, or not child, but a teenager, it's common that people search me to tell about their feelings. And after uh, it- when I started to receive or attend to these people, I it's a little natural for me. But when I start working on this entity, I learned some tips. It's much more easier than really uh, sound like that, because normally the people don't want to receive tips or another thing. The people just wanted to talk, and
Yeah,
normally when the people talk, uh, the own people notice some situations. So because it's common, the people when you are really nervous about something, normally you stop thinking about it. You can't discover or notice this situation normally is in front of you, but you don't notice because you are really nervous.
yeah.
So in this case, just listen is one of the best secrets, or one of the people notes that you really interested about this problem, or you are an empathic person. Normally, the people, it's enough for these people, and they let this life better, certainly.
Perfect. Really, really good. Ricardo, thank you for sharing with us. And yeah, I think it's like you said, sometimes the person just want say or tell your problem, and it's not necessary give some solution for that problem. He just want to talk about that, yeah, to tell you about the situation. So let's continue with you, Diane. What do you think about that? How do you react when someone share a personal problem or something emotionally with you? What do you do?
Yeah. Depends the situation. I try to give the advice about topic, maybe just listening. But one day I was closer the project in my work, and when I finish the presentation, I'm starting to cry because the project had the long duration and I work hard, but I was very happy. I'm not crying because oh I'm sad. No, I'm very happy. And I remember when my boss said me, normally all the women's are judged fragilely, but in this case my boss encouraged me a feeling that moment. So I the feeling it's important. I know during the meeting with the leaderships, I don't cry, but in this moment, I can cry, you know? So I would like to share my experience in this case, but that's it. In relation my friends, I just listening or I try to give the advice at but I have in my case, I have the other people that give my advice in about one moment I feeling very happy, but I cry, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think your boss was amazing because it's like if you cry during your process, it's like to be vulnerable or yeah. But when you conquer or when you finish your project, it's like you conquer, you get it, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's your moment to be proud about your work, yeah. So maybe it's very wisdom because you need to be grateful and to feeling your that moment, yeah. It's a good moment to
Yeah.
be proud about your work. So yeah, it's amazing. So you have control about your feelings during the process, yeah. So it's important. So it's a good one. Thank you, Diane, for sharing with us. And let's go for the question number 8. Jefferson, we will start with you. That's question. How do you spot the signals that friends may need to share their feelings? Do you have, are you able to realize that when someone needs to share about your feelings? Do you have that? Do you note it about the behaviors that of the person when are different?
Yeah, really, really, really. I see the signs of the other guys about the change in your behavior. Sometimes it's not so easy. Sometimes I withdraw. Sometimes I express my feelings. Sometimes I be quiet. Sometimes I be distant, and sometimes I try to indicate it, or like Ricardo tips. I remember Ricardo only waiter tips only waiter
Yeah.
waiter or waiter. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But sometimes I think it's important you indicated something that the other guy needs and need to talk about the problem. And again, I love to save problem. I talk too much because I'm a professional. All the time I have a lot of tips. Do this, do that, or advice, do this and that.
Yeah, but
So
when it's necessary, do you have a good conversation? Are you able to listen the other problems? Yeah, it's
yeah,
not a
most
problem
of
to
the time
solve.
I
Yeah,
love to listen all the time. I listen the other side. As I said,
yeah,
empathy. I think it's the most
yeah.
important thing
The most
today.
important,
Yeah.
of course. Thank you, Jefferson. And about you, Ricardo, do you have that kind? Are you able
Mhm.
to realize the other person's need to talk about
Uh,
your feelings?
the, mo- the biggest problem is not notice the spot, is about uh, if you are really concentrating another person. I talk about my voluntary job, but it's they are completely different. One thing is we'll work as a volunteer during, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. Another thing is bring these thoughts in your real life. Is is different because during my voluntary job is different because you are uh, focused on this time. But in the real life, you have a lot of different problems. So you have your own problems, and there are concerns and other things. So, but besides that, it's much, as I told you, it's much easier than it sounded like. Sometimes the people became quiet. Sometimes the people tell some phrases, and sometimes the people start talking and they stop just a little after. And well, if you just tell a simple phrase, "Are you okay, my friend?" That's enough to. And sometimes in that time, the people don't talk, but after some while, this person could have this this thought. Oh, another day, a specific person tell if I'm okay, but maybe I could call for them and tell about this problem. That's it.
Yeah, perfect. They use the language body, yeah, and maybe it's
Maybe.
like you said, it's just important to tell a little thing, a little sentence, or look in your eyes like, "Are you okay? If you need or if you want, you can talk with me." Yeah,
Sure.
perfect. Just I have a question. Are you a volunteer in the CVV? That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I really proud about with you because it's a good job. Yeah, it's a good opportunity to help other
Uh,
person.
maybe.
Yeah. So thank you, Ricardo.
No problem.
So and about you, Jean, what do you think? It's the question number 8. Yeah. How do you spot that sign?
Well, first, um, depends how much time you live with the person or how long is your friendship. This signs
Uh-huh.
must, I think the must is not the word. I think the uh, start should be clear or easy to understand or spot. This in long relationship or friendship start to be easy at some point. But like Ricardo said before, depends of the people. Sometimes it's a way to move or look, or depends of the phrases. I don't know how to say, sometimes indireta or something like that.
Yeah.
It depends of the people. Right? Some people don't look in your eyes, or other people feel a little down or shy. I think it depends. Like we said before, depends of the people. They express yourself in certain way or the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like it's a little sensitive, but it's totally possible. Yeah, realize that. So thank you, Jean. I need bring the guys for that room. Let's go. Bruna, how was the conversation?
Awesome. I love to talk with Flávia, Joaquim, Brenda, and the subject is great, no? I think it's so good when it's possible to talk about the feeling, and especially with a friendship. I love. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I really like to. And about you, Joaquim, how was the conversation?
Yes, like Bruna said, the conversation was great. Great. We talk about feelings. It's difficult sometimes to speak about feelings, but more or less we speak about that.
Yeah, I really enjoy that topic because like I said before in the beginning of the conversation, it's like a good moment to express my gratitude because yeah, it's good to be here and practice the language, have a good conversation. And so I think it's because it's the year are finished, yeah. So but it's a good moment to express that. And I consider all the talkers my friends because I have a good conversation, yeah, here. So, and you, Flavia, how was the conversation? Did you like?
So good. We can express ourselves, our feelings when you talk here, and it's what I like it. I really like it, this subject, and the conversation was so great with Bruna, Joaquim, and Brenda.
Flávia was a
We could understand, né? As them, I could understand them, and we chose some thoughts about this kind of subject. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Nice to meet you, Flavia.
Nice to
And
meet you.
guys, I put the chat in the link for Surveil, but normally I'm here in Talk on the Friday, 7 a.m. So if you want to have a conversation with me, I will be here the next Friday, yeah. And will be about learning English. Yeah, that's conversation will be about learning English. And that's it. Time is over, but I really love the conversation. Thank you for share with me. And that's it, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.